The Internet is now an integral part of everyday life for most people. And within a short period of time, it's evolved from simply being a tool for accessing information and conducting communication and commerce to becoming a significant catalyst of social activity and interaction. For many young people who've never known a world without the Internet, it is not only a means of communication or an efficient way to access information, it's also a vehicle for self-expression, a venue for entertainment, and a conduit to create things unimaginable by previous generations. In short, the Internet is an extension of a young person's social life. The shift in use of the Internet as a social medium has not made it immune to the risks of information security threats. Risks of spyware, spam, viruses, or hack attacks still exist, as they always have. But in the case of the social web, attackers mask their attempts by preying on behavior that is normal or intuitive to a person using the Internet for social purposes. The attacker's motive is simple: to make money. And the web is an attractive place to make it. It offers anonymity, a large user base, and evolving technologies that expose new, exploitable weaknesses. These types of attacks are called web threats. A web threat uses the Internet to perform cybercrime, and these threats are growing rapidly. According to Trend Micro, there has been an increase of over 1,500% in web threats since 2005. So, what exactly do family members need to be aware of when using the Internet for social interaction? They need to be aware of the dangers from web threats and how to protect themselves from being exploited. Let's start by illustrating a few different types of common web threats which a young person might encounter while using the Internet. First, consider a web threat where cybercriminals send out targeted IM messages or emails with special offers that entice people. In this first example, cybercriminals initiate the attack by using IM or email to send users a link to an infected site. Criminals have become very sophisticated, very targeted, and are creating official-looking and enticing IM messages or emails and URLs for websites that can fool even experienced users. So it's not surprising that a young person may be fooled. In this instance, the user reads the IM or email, decides the communication is legitimate, and then clicks on the link, exposing their PC to the web-based threat. This PC is now infected, and the attacker has gained total control of the computer. For example, the attacker can now infect the computer with malicious software designed to steal information from that computer, or use the computer as a delivery vehicle to send spam to others without the computer's owner knowing. Another kind of web threat is one that preys on the trust and naivete of the unsuspecting user. The tactic used here is called social engineering. The goal of social engineering is to get the user to take actions that override normal security protections on the computer. It's like a burglar convincing a resident to open the locked door of their home from the inside. A social engineering attack could begin with a visit to any popular social networking site such as Bebo, Facebook, or MySpace. A young person visiting one of these sites sees a profile of someone promoting a promiscuous video of themselves. They are interested in seeing the video, even though it's highly inappropriate for people below a certain age, and click on the link to view it. Next, the user sees a web page saying they need to download a special viewer in order to watch the video. The unsuspecting youth clicks on the link to download the viewer. While the whole process seems safe and normal, they are unknowingly downloading malicious software along with the viewer to see the promised video. This computer has now been compromised. Depending on what type of malicious software was just delivered through this type of attack, the computer can now be used to deliver spam for which the attacker gets paid, or it may be infected with a keylogger designed to steal the user's passwords or other personal information. The final type of web threat we'll look at is a compromised public website. Some experts call this a drive-by threat, since it can target and infect anyone who passes by the site. In some respects, this type of threat is the most difficult to handle, because even the best educated user can become infected without doing anything wrong. In the first step of this threat sequence, a cyber criminal infects a legitimate web server with malicious software code. A web server is a computer which hosts a website that can be accessed by anyone from anywhere. A young person then views a page of this seemingly legitimate website, which is hosted on the compromised server. The user's web browser runs the instructions indicated by the malicious software, and the infection process starts. At this point, the cyber criminals basically gain full access to the infected computer and can do anything they want to it. For example, they can now infect the computer with malicious software designed to steal information from it. They can also use the computer to deliver spam to others, or may install software on it that spies on the habits of the computer user in order to deliver unwanted or unsolicited advertising. In both of these cases, the attacker gets paid for compromising numerous computers. So, how can you avoid these risks? Here are some basic tips to help minimize Internet threats. Number 1. Have up-to-date security software on your computer. Number 2. Never click on links sent to you by someone you don't know. Number 3. If you are sent a link by someone you know to an unfamiliar site, always check to see if the link name in the message itself is the actual link you would be going to when you click it. You can do this by putting your mouse over the link, but not clicking on it, and see if what is displayed is the same as the link name in the message. To be safe, you should type the URL yourself into your web browser instead of clicking on the link directly. Number 4. Be wary of offers to see content or win contests that require you to either download additional software or give out personal information. Either action can put you at risk of being targeted for spam or other unwanted pop-up advertising by those who get hold of this information. Number 5. After using your computer, you should run a manual scan using your existing security software or a free service such as House Call, especially if you have been using the computer on an unfamiliar network, such as a library or other public location, to ensure that you have not been infected at any point while using the Internet. Number 6. Report any suspicious content or activity to the website owner. The Internet opens windows to so many things in the world for young people. It can play a very positive role in their lives. By combining awareness of the risks with common sense and the appropriate use of security technology, young people and those who care for and teach them can be empowered to use the Internet to its greatest potential. Follow the links below for more tips and advice on Internet safety issues for kids and families.